Where my girls at? Where my girls at? Independent, free spirit. Ooh, it's something serious. Where my girls at? We ain't linked up in a cool minute. Where my girls at? It's going down, down. Where my girls at? It's going down, down. It's going down tonight. We going out tonight. Yeah, right. We going out tonight. It's going down tonight. Yeah, right. It's going down tonight. We going out tonight. Yeah, right. We going out tonight. It's going down tonight. Yeah, right.
Hey y'all, we're going live. Ooh. All righty.
Where my girls at? It's going down. Where my girls at? Happy Friday, happy Friday, happy Friday. It's going down, girlfriends. It's going down. We made it, we made it, we made it. Well, we made it another week. This is girlfriend Sabrina Goodwin Monday, all the way from Chapel Hill, North Carolina. And I am excited to be here. I'm excited to be with our tribe. I'm excited to be with my girlfriends Monday through Friday, 6 to 7 p.m. at 9:10 a.m. Superstation, WFDF. Before we get started, I just want you guys to know today we're talking self-care. How are you loving yourself? Self-care is not selfish. So think about that and get ready to call in 313-778-7600. We are right here from 6 to 7. This is Sabrina Goodwin Monday. I'm your host today, all the way from Chapel Hill, North Carolina. And then we're going to go to my co-host, Lady Crisette from the Detroit, Michigan. How are you, girlfriend?
I am well. What up? What up? It's Crisette from the D. Hey, Sabrina, you know what? I'm excited about our topic on today, but I have to say that I'm a little ticked off, a little angry, and a little upset when I think about everything that's going on in Georgia and, you know, the law that they just passed, and I call it a voter suppression law. And I mean, today I was, watching the news and my blood was boiling. I should say still is boiling, but I'm here with my girlfriends. And then on top of that, to see Representative Park Cannon arrested just for knocking on the door. Knocking on the door. I mean, come on. Knocking at the door. We watched an insurrection and nobody was arrested. And she just knocked on the door and got arrested. So yeah, I'm so glad to be alive. God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. But I promise you, I'm a little ticked off on today. But you know what? I'm glad to be with my girls because it's a lot to talk about. We're talking about self-care on today. And so I'm going to be present in the moment. So I'm going to throw it. Okay.
That's a show all by itself, and it's coming early next week. Voter suppression is real. This the first state. Georgia's the first state that wrote it into law, but 45 other states are visiting the law. And so, you guys, we got a lot of work to do. It's a sin and a shame, quite honestly. It is a sin and a shame. And so we will stay prayerful, and we got to go to work, and we have to go to the polls. Gloria, How are you? How are you? Thanks, Chris.
I'm telling you, the things that are going on in the world today makes you know self-care is critical. This topic is important sometimes, and sometimes it's critical. And today will be one of those days when it's critical. This is Gloria, all the way from the DMV, from the D to the DMV. And I'm excited to be covering over here on the West Coast, Oh, no, I'm on the East Coast. I keep saying the West Coast.
Okay, you guys, I promise you, she's our smartest, richest girlfriend in the world. She doesn't know what day it is. She doesn't know where she lives, and she mispronounces everybody's name. But I promise you, she's super bad all day long. She's super bad.
That's
now.
for sure.
She's super bad.
That's for sure. I don't care what Sabrina says. You know, she's been saying this to me all the times I've known her. You know, other people will say things
30
like,
years,
oh,
30
you
years.
horrible. You horrible. The way she said it with the capital H, you horrible. You just horrible. I'm like, dang. She can just spin it. But you guys, seriously, let's talk for a second about what's going on in the world. Because when we talk about we got issues, I hope everybody here understands we got issues, you got issues, individually there are issues, and the voter suppression is a real issue for all of us. It's not an issue for some people. It's for everybody. And when you talk about one state leads to 45 states, I just want to take a second and tell everybody, please get involved, stay involved, and be in your lane. Let us be a community and a tribe here when you're friends of the force, that we have to be a force to be reckoned with. And we keep each other informed. We don't put the wolves over our eyes. Now, yes, we're here to be positive. Yes, now we're here to be powerful. Yes, now we're here not to be Pollyanna, and we're here to speak the truth. And this is another reason why this message today of self-care is critical. It's critical. And then you pour on top of it a pandemic. It's critical. So there's a lot to talk about. And I want to tell the listeners that you do us a favor when you use your phone to call in. You do us a favor when we get to hear your voice. You do us a favor when you bring to light some of the topics that are important to you. And I know our girlfriends out there do self-care all kind of different ways. So we want to hear all the unique ways you do it. We want to have a real conversation as we go to the Midwest, to Chicago, to Caterina Harris, Earl.
Oh, yes. It's exciting today. I'm excited about this topic because I had a little self-care today myself at the beginning of the day and at the end of the day. And in the middle of getting a little hot because I got a little fender bender on my car, and what I thought was just a few $100s worth of damage. Oh, I just go fix it. I don't need no deductible. I mean, I'm telling you, go down there and it's $4,000 worth of damage while your car is parked and someone hit your car and does not leave a note. So yeah, hot. Okay, $4,000 worth of damage to a little bit of thing.
Self-care is critical. She just had a big old thing happen. It's critical. Right.
When it happens, but I'm glad I've learned how to calm myself down. But I'm telling you, last night, Anthony and I were sitting there and I was just rocking because at first my mouth was wide open because I just couldn't figure it out. And then to hear about all the fine print, it's just, I just don't know what folks are smoking, thinking, drinking to not be able to see the writing on the wall. So I'm excited that we are celebrating Friday and talking about self-care, Sabrina, because we all need it so that we can take care of ourselves so that we can go to work and do what we got to do to make the changes that are necessary. So back to you.
All right. Self-care is necessary. I started my day with self-care. I got my second COVID shot. Whoop, whoop. Feeling great. And so we just are prayerful for the people in the South who had deadly tornadoes come through, the second line of storms to come through in a week in that area. And so I have friends in that area. And I was talking to a friend today and said her sister lived in that neighborhood and but totally left her house alone. Isn't it amazing how a tornado can come? I think, Caterina, you sent us something that a whole house was destructed, but the cross on the house, right. Or was it a church? What was it? You sent us something.
It was the cross. The cross is in their backyard. And it's not just the cross, but it's the material that was hanging on the cross. Now that material, come on, in a tornado,
right?
That material. Right. And on another show at another time, I'll tell you that personally happened to me in a fire in my grandparents' home. And that was when I was like, oh yeah, there's a God for real.
Yeah. God is real.
Can you believe that? The material did not move and the cross did not move. Everything else gone.
Wow, 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 wow. You guys imagine how many people need to take time and they don't take time. Really, this is what this is about today, self-care, why it's important. Let me just give you
Hey,
a little
Sabrina.
bit. Yes.
Just let me interrupt for a second because DeRay's asked what's the number. So we want all our callers to know what the number is. It's 313-778-7600. 313-778-7600. DeRay, thank you for asking for the number, giving us another opportunity for other people to call in. Back to you, Sabrina.
Okay, Gloria, tell them where are you looking from the comments? Where's DeRay listening from?
Oh, thank you. She's calling in from the Force of Friendship. We're on the Force of Friendship Facebook page. So if you want to work with us and follow with us and be part of our tribe on the Facebook page, we would love to hug you. Can you feel the hug right now? Can you feel the hug right now in the Force of Friendship? Now, here's the deal. If you're going to be a force within the friendship, you have to share it because you know you have girlfriends. We're on 85,000 different groups, but this Facebook group is a very different type of Facebook group. And the fact that we're talking about the issues that address us makes all the difference in the world. So yes, we're looking at those comments, and DeRay, you brought that up, 313-778-7600.
All right, here you go. Here you go. Why self-care matters. Well, it's so important to make sure you take good care of your body, mind, and soul every day, not just when you get sick. Learning how to eat right, reduce stress, exercise regularly, and take a time out when you need to, because life is big. And when life is big, we seem like it's too busy to take time. But let me tell you guys what we found and what we know as girlfriends. Practicing self-care isn't always easy. Most of us are crazy busy, have stressful jobs, are just too consumed with technology to make time for ourselves. Me time is usually last on the agenda. Well, worse, we can sometimes feel guilty. How many of you have been there where you feel a little guilty about taking that time? I mean, honestly, even to this day, if I might sneak away and get a massage, and the family's like, "Where are you going?" I'm like, "I'm going to run some errands." Okay. No, I'm going to a 90-minute massage. Okay. A 90-minute massage. And I don't know why I have a problem with that sometimes, because Kenny, when I tell you, he goes and gets his feet done and his massage is more than I ever thought about going. All right. But it's just a woman thing. It is a woman thing, I think. And so how do we engage in self-care? Fortunately, there are many things you can do to engage in self-care. To start, take this well-being quiz. There's a quiz. Did you guys know there's a quiz that you can take?
No.
Google it.
Oh,
Self-care
wow.
quiz. And it tells you exactly where you are on the self-care scale. So there are strategies. Many people don't know how to unwind.
Where were you on the quiz? Because I know you did.
I do a good job with self-care. I was high on the Richter scale, okay? High on the Richter scale. Okay, so we need to make sleep part of your self-care routine. Sleep, that is so important, you guys. If you're not getting the sleep you need, you're not your best self. So sleep is important. Also talked about knowing how to calm yourself, like you talked about, Caterina. Calming yourself, learning how when something upsets you, learning how to count, learning how to breathe, learning how to walk, learning how to call a friend who can talk you off the edge. That's important. Another thing they talked about was gut health. So taking probiotics, very important, because the gut is the center of everything. So talked about that. Of course, we all know exercise, eating right. That is a daily struggle that we all deal with, but that you feel so much better when you're exercising, when you're getting the vitamin D. What else did they talk about that I read that we pretty much already know? Hold on, Gloria. You need, what is it, Gloria? What is it? What is it?
Callers.
We got callers. Okay, well, after I finish my presentation, all right.
I told y'all we were going to get real on this show. She just couldn't hold back. For 3 weeks, she tried to hold back. Go ahead.
So let's see. I'm excited. You know what else was interesting? Self-care, but you do feel better when you organize. Straighten up the area around you. Declutter. You think better. And so this is exciting. Let's go to the phone lines. Who do we have on the phone? We'll go straight to the phone lines. Here we go. Linda, are you with us? Hi, Linda. How are you? What's your issue? What do you like to talk about? We're really good. We're good for Friday. Friday. Thank you for calling 910 the Superstation with the Force of Friendship.
Awesome.
Linda, did you have something to say?
I'm a newcomer and just excited to hear the discussions and all of the wisdom and pearls of nuggets that you all have to share with us to make us better human beings, healthier, and all that good stuff.
Well, Linda, we thank you for being part of our tribe. We know that we believe we can make the world a better place. We have been together for 30 plus years, keeping each other in check, keeping each other encouraged, making each other better. So, Linda, what do you do for self-care? When you're feeling like you need to fill your cup, what do you do?
I am that professional healthcare provider. And that job can be very stressful, but I find solace in being creative. Mm-hmm. So I make jewelry, like to draw and paint. So those are the things that keep my stress level very low. So I think creativity and music are the two things that keep me challenged.
Excellent. I love that. I love that you find something. It was interesting. I was talking to my daughter the other day and she said, I need something where I don't have to use my brain all the time. I said, well, why don't you think about crocheting, knitting, something like that? And so, Linda, we thank you for that contribution. Thank you for calling 9:10 a.m. the Superstation. Be in touch with us every evening, 6 to 7 p.m., Monday through Friday. Thanks for calling, Linda. All right, we're going to Mary. Mary, are you with us? Mary, we're glad to hear from you tonight.
Here, hello, my sisters. How are you today?
Good. Blessed.
Good. I'm calling from the dear lady, girl. So I'm holding you.
Awesome.
Okay, what I'm calling in for is just to give a little tidbit. There's a lot of people will say, well, I don't have time to get out and do this, or, I don't really have the money to get out and do that. Well, you start at home. And what I found, because I actually did this, I was starting to get some things together to send to charity. And I said, okay. And I said, I don't want to give it. I said, but you know what? Let me go through this and see if maybe I can feel good about myself and see if I've lost some weight. I went through trying all a lot of stuff that I thought I was going to give away and found out, okay, maybe I don't have to go shopping. That was it started out as just a few things. And before I looked up, I was 2.5 hours in. I was like, okay, let me stop.
I love it. I love
it.
Yes.
And I found some things that I was like, hey, wait a minute. Oh, okay, I'll take this to the cleaner because I think I could go with this and this could go with that. I wound up with a few nice outfits.
Mary.
So, things like that. And I thought, well, you know what? If I declutter, that'll make room for something that I may need to buy. And that way I'm not adding extra to what I already have. I'm making room for you.
That's good, Mary. That's such good.
That opens up, makes room for the Lord to give you something else. So.
Yes.
Yeah. See what you got, what you can work with.
Hey, Mary,
I love
the fact that you went shopping in your own closet, okay? And I guarantee you, sometimes you have stuff pushed all the way to the back that you didn't even know that you had. So you brought joy to yourself just by shopping in your closet. Thank you so much, Mary, for calling. We appreciate it.
Excellent. Thank you. Have a great weekend, Mary. Have a great weekend. Girlfriends, what do you do before we go to break? And then after we come back for break, we're going to go to Andrea, who's waiting on the lines. What are some of your vices? What do you do for self-care?
Well, I got to say this. First, I'm going to say Mary is my new role model. Cause I like saying, oh, I'm gonna give this away. And then, nah, I ain't gonna give that away. That's self-care. Oh, I'm gonna give this away. Nah, I like this too much. And I got an issue because I keep everything. However, I will say, and I got some other things to talk about, but right now I'm gonna say that organization is a big self-care for me. I love when I'm not the organizer, but I love when I have somebody come into my world who can organize things for me, because it makes such a big difference for the way that I breathe, the way that I walk. Self-care for organizing is huge. I got some other ideas. I will tell you about that after the break for sure. Anybody else?
Massage is my number one go-to. Self-care. Tell Bishop we said hi. Just say, Bishop, hey, Bishop, how are you? Welcome to 910
how are
AM. Hey, Bishop, how are you? Hey there. Well, you guys,
We know what he does for self-care. We know what he does
That's
for self-care.
right.
Okay,
That's right.
GOLF.
Yeah, you
Exactly.
guys, I promoted from a 60-minute massage to a 90-minute massage during the pandemic. I just felt stressed and needed more. Realized that 60 minutes wasn't long enough for me anymore. Chris, what do you do for self-care?
One of the things that I absolutely love. Oh, I'll come back after the break.
You see, we give Chris that route because we know she can go. All right. We're going, you guys. We're going to
You
take a
so
quick
messy. You so
We're
messy.
going to take a quick break.
So messy.
And when we return, we'll continue our conversation on self-care. We're going to talk about self-care versus self-love. You're tuned into 910 AM, the Superstation, WFDF, based out of Detroit, 313-778-7600. We'll be right back.
All right, y'all, we're on a break. All righty. You can call us. Here is the number, or you can post your comments in the chat. We are looking both places. What do you do for self-care? What do you need to do? What are you going to plan to do? When's the last time you had a massage? I am going to up mine to 90 minutes also. Okay, so go ahead and call in. We have about a 2-minute break and we will be right back with you. So here we go. We've got Andrea on hold. And all righty. I'm huge on organizing. We might not get back to organizing, but I think that's probably highest on my list. If I have somebody who comes in and will assist me in organizing, especially cleaning something out. Sometimes I like to take everything out my closet and put it back. That right there, you sleep real good. Real good. New sheets. Oh my gosh. Just a good, clean, fresh bed with some lavender sprayed, essential oils. I'm going to talk about essential oils. That's huge. So what are your things? We're reading your comments. Yes. Walking, writing poetry. I love that, Dolores. Treat yourself to lunch. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. 9 last year. I think I will try. Yep. 90-minute massage now. Absolutely. You can get a subscription from Massage Envy or get your favorite masseuse. I love that Christina admitted, haven't been taking care of me. The little girl wants to come out. Yeah. I love that. Here we go. We are coming back from the break. Yay. Of course, Kiara, essential oils, diffusing them.
Okay. We are back with We Got Issues with Sabrina, Caterina, Crisette, and Gloria, the force of friendship. To our new listeners at 910 AM Superstation, we're here Monday through Friday, 6 to 7 p.m. every evening, and we're excited. We have a force of friendship. We've been together 30 years. And when I tell you we've traveled the world together, we've been to, we've celebrated life. We have mourned through death together. We make each other better. And so to our new listeners, we are powerful. We are positive. We are not Pollyannish. I will tell you, we are love, laughter, light, and lessons. That's who we be. And so let's go to the phones. We are talking about self-care, the importance of it. Andrea, are you still with us?
Yeah.
Hi, Andrea.
Hi, actually it's Drea.
Drea. All right, Drea. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Maryland.
Awesome.
And you are four phenomenal women. I met Crisette, I met Gloria, and I met Caterina, all through Mary Kay.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
I look up to all of you and aspire to learn from all of you to grow my business.
Excellent.
But my self-care is, first of all, I have to love myself to take care of myself.
Absolutely.
And last year during the pandemic, I went from 190 pounds to 135 pounds.
Wow.
Ernestine, yes, with the help of Ernestine Shepherd, who's the oldest living female competitive bodybuilder in the world.
Nice.
Yes, nice. She trained me to become a bikini competitor last year at the age of 55.
Go on, Drea.
Yes, my self-help for me is I love to walk. When I get upset, I work out, I lift weights, I walk, I go home and I play with my fur baby. And and I spend time with my family.
Excellent, Drea. That is such a huge accomplishment. Congratulations on that body transformation. Tell us how you did it in the pandemic, taking on that coach, that bodybuilder. Did you do everything online, and were you highly motivated? Because tell me how you do it. How'd you do it?
In person. We did it in person. I met her in January, and I went to her gym. Well, first I saw her on Steve Harvey. And then I met her, had a desire to meet her, because I was like, if she can do it, I can do it. And she always says, age is but a number. So I desired to meet her to get the inspiration and the goals. And she got me into dedicated, determined discipline to be fit, which is the mantra. And we walked. After the pandemic came down, we couldn't go to the gym, but we continued to walk. We walked 10 to 21 miles a day, every day except Sunday.
How long does it take to do 10 to 21 days? How long does that take to do 10 to 21? 10 to 20.
10 miles is about 2 hours.
Wow.
21 miles is about 3.5 hours.
Wow.
That's dedication.
And I drink a gallon of water a day, every day. I changed my diet from I eat no fried food. I eat no fast food. I eat no processed food. So I cut all of that out of my diet. And I turned it to a high protein diet.
Wow.
And then I work out in the gym pretty much 4 days a week by splitting my body parts up to work out in the gym. And I work out an hour a day, every day in the gym, except Sunday, because that's the Lord's day.
Excellent, Drea. Now that is some self-love, self-care all day long right there, because if you don't love you, who else will? And so you are teaching us that you gotta put yourself first. They say, if mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. And you have certainly made us a believer that when you prioritize, dedicate, and are determined to a goal, you can make that happen. That is awesome. Wow. Congratulations. Go ahead, Caterina.
I was gonna say, that is That is awesome. I was going to say, Drea, wow. I mean, my husband walks 6 to 7 miles a day, and hearing you talk about what you do, I'm like, how would you find that time? And then I'm thinking, actually during the pandemic, people weren't driving in the car, and a lot of people spend an hour going to work each way. That's 2 hours right there. And then the getting ready to get fixing, getting up. I mean, there was a lot of time that we just filled up, right? That we used to find doing other things. But boy, I just celebrate you. Really, really celebrate you.
Thank you. I think Gloria may know the park that I walk in, Drew Hill Park.
Oh yeah, I know the park. Yep, I know, and I know Ernestine.
10 to 20 miles.
Wow. Yes, it's beautiful over there in the DMV area.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you've certainly been an encourager. You've been such a source of inspiration, Drea. Thank you for calling the girlfriends at 9:10 a.m. Superstation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Keep on keeping on. Be the light, girl. Be the light for all of us out there. We will follow your example. I mean, if it's drinking, you gave us a lot that we can follow. Drink more water, eat better, exercise, walk more. So, hey, we got a long laundry list that we could get busy with. Thank you so much, Drea. Thank you so much for calling 910 Superstation.
Hey, Sabrina,
all right.
I want to add this part to it. I think it's really important to all of the listeners and those that are watching on our Facebook page that are taking care of, their elderly parents, because that's a big part of self-care as well. Humana did a study, and it found that 63% of children who take care of, and these are the baby boomers between the ages of 45 and 64. 64% surveyed have devoted less time to hobbies and personal interests. 46% has given up on social activities. 43% have skipped a vacation, and 36% have dipped into their personal savings. It also says that this self-sacrifice for the needs of others seems noble, but a lot of times the expert says that this self-neglect can have damaging consequences for the individual caregivers. And I totally can relate to that, because my father, who is 93, and we're believing he's going to see his 94th birthday in October. He has been living with my family for probably going on 6 to 7 years. And, we've watched him get older, and, we have to take more care. And because he lives with my family, we become, and really I am his main caregiver. And I'm telling you, sometimes just the mental stress of everything you have to do, with my children are adults. We can eat anytime. Oh, I forgot to eat. But constantly remember, you got to have breakfast, you got to have lunch, you got to have dinner, you got to make sure they have their medicine, you got to make sure they have their hygiene. It's just a lot. And I'm going to tell you, there have been times, and really probably more so recently, where I'm like, okay, this is too much. I was like, oh, okay, I got to do something. And you know what I learned from me is you have to ask. Self-care is asking for help. Self-care is realizing that you are at you're at the brim. You can't take it anymore. And so, sometimes we try to pretend like we can handle it all. But I'm just so thankful that, I do have sisters that live right here in the Detroit metropolitan area. And I literally called them and said, hey, you guys, I'm at my limit. So how are we going to fix this? Because it's not good to carry all of that stress. So for me, that was a part of my, self-care, self-love, right. Because again, you can take on a lot and suffer in silence. So I think for those of you who are caregivers, when you can, speak up and speak out and let, other people know you need help.
Yeah, that's excellent, Chris. Bottom line is self-care is being honest with yourself, right. How you're feeling, knowing your body, knowing when something is not quite right, acknowledging your feelings. Sometimes we're so busy just going from point A to point B throughout the day, we don't stop long enough to feel what we're feeling. and then acknowledge what we're feeling and doing something about it. And so it's important, girlfriends. It's important. Everybody who's listening. Jessica, let's go to the phone lines. Jessica, are you with us today? Do we have a caller? Jalen, do we have a caller?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jessica online.
Okay. Hi, Jessica.
Hi. How is everybody?
We're great.
Good.
How are you?
We're good.
Good. I was wondering what you all do to, as a form of self-care for your mind. Do you guys do devotions or podcasts or certain books that you really like? What's something that pick you up for you guys?
Excellent
That's
question.
a
Thank you for
great
calling,
question.
Jessica. Thank you. That's a great question. Thank you for calling in. Who wants to go first? Go ahead, Caterina.
I'll tell you seriously. I know it's an app, but the I Am app is today. When you said self-care, it pops up in the middle of the day. I love the I Am app. I love the Calm app, and I love the Think Up app. So today I knew the topic, and it popped up and said, I am loved. And I just paused and I said that to myself. And then the Think Up app is actually, I have the gospel song Intentional and on instrumental, and it's me talking to myself about things I desire in my life. And I mean, literally, as I was walking, the trees had turned to spring, and I'm walking and I'm listening to a song that moves me, and my voice talking to me about the woman I am, that is not always, sometimes you fall a little short of who you want and are desiring to be. Some days are better than other days. And I was really motivating myself with my own voice. And of course, that Calm app, literally, I had to learn to breathe, because I was not breathing deeply. I only was breathing subconsciously, but to actually pause and breathe consciously, that helps me mentally so much. So those are 3 things, Jessica. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, I mean, I was so loving that question, Jessica. You know, my husband, Ken, he meditates like an hour or 2 a day. Like, he gets up early, like 3 or 4 o'clock. And he's been doing this for a very long time. And now he's coming across with some of the most amazing spiritual readings and writings. And so for me, I've tried to meditate. I know the difference between prayer and meditate. So I do the prayer, but I wanted to meditate. And I want you guys to know it has been challenging, but I'm getting better and better and better. So sometimes self-care means that you have to stay at it over and over and over again until you get good. I listen to, I love Calm as well, Caterina, and I have Headspace, that app that teaches you how to meditate. And it's also on Netflix. So there's a show that talks about how to meditate, because part of that mind self-care is paying attention to what you're paying attention to. And it has made such a big difference for my thought process, because I want to calm myself. I'm a high energy person, and I'm always go. But since I've seen what meditation has done for him, I now know what it can do for me, because people talked about it all the time, but I couldn't get it. So I just want to encourage you that whatever self-care you're going after, to keep going after. And then someone said about a gallon of water, you guys. I'm up to 3/4 a gallon. And I'm going for a gallon, because they said if you drink a gallon of water every day, that's one of the best self-cares that you can give to yourself in terms of health. And it's not easy to get there, but when I get there, and I've been there before, it's amazing how thirsty I become if you don't have the water. So that's just 2 things. But I love that question, Jessica, about the mindset, because it's really a critical thing.
And you know
There's
what
a
else?
lot in the chat. Go ahead, Chris,
Okay.
and I'm going to
I
read
was
some
just
of the
gonna-
comments in the chat.
Okay, I was going to say, Jessica, again, thank you for that question, because that's so important. And I don't know, Jessica, if you have children, but for those of you that have children or even young adults, one of the things that we have to be mindful of is that they're always watching us. So we have a saying that says, not what's taught, it's what's caught. And so we absolutely, especially as mothers, we want to mirror to, our children the importance of self-care. And so if you're raised in a household where you never saw your mother, you never saw your father take time out for themselves to do things to become less stressed, to, take care of themselves, you can believe that it's just okay to constantly go. Or even if you're in a family where, maybe like my children, my husband and I were pastors of the church. And so we're always reaching out to other people at the church. And if they don't ever see you taking that time to de-stress and to fill your cup, they may grow up thinking that that's just the way it's supposed to be. So I think it's also important that we mirror that to our children. I just want to give this funny story. Earlier, we talked about what is my favorite thing to do. One of my most favorite things to do is to take a hot bubble bath. That right there does it for me. I mean, put the bubbles in and just, it's my time. And I so remember my daughter, Kiera, she was probably about 4 years old. We were out of town at a nice hotel and they had a big jacuzzi tub and I couldn't wait. Got in there, filled the water up, bubbles everywhere. And Chuck wasn't in the room. One of his friends came, she opened the door, he came in, and this is the conversation. Where's your dad? Oh, he's not here. You want to see my mommy? He's like, well, where's she? She's in the bathroom and she is in a tub full of bubbles. Do you want to see her? And I'll never forget, he said, I don't think your dad would want me to see your mom full of bubbles. So even back in the day, I've always been in that bathtub taking a hot bath. So that is one of the things that I do to de-stress.
Yeah, and you know what? The greatest bath is with Epsom salt. Oh my goodness, Epsom salt is soothing to the soul, the mind, body, and soul. It's awesome. Another thing I love, and I live in North Carolina, Chapel Hill for the new listeners. And when I tell you, I think it's the prettiest place I've ever lived. I've lived in 5 or 6 different states, but the trees are everywhere. So connecting with nature clears my mind and really gives me a reset. And music also is so soothing to the soul. It also gives me a peace. It puts me in a different headspace. I do love music. Caterina, what are our readers saying? What are our listeners on Facebook saying?
Yes, this could be coming from Facebook, the 910 AM Superstation Facebook, or the Force of Friendship Facebook, and even a couple from our YouTube channel. And so Dolores Bethel, we thank you, Dolores, said self-care is very important. Charnay loves having a pedicure. Kiera agreed with me that she loves, I was talking on the break to them about how we love essential oils. Good quality essential oils actually can really create a mood. And I love Carolyn Muse said, turn off your phones for a period of time.
Yes.
That is self-care. That is self-care.
Yes.
Monthly massages and just a couple other, they all really love the declutter. We should pause on this one. Treat yourself to a housekeeper. Okay. If you have never treated yourself to a housekeeper, it's self-care. Your husband will get over it. I remember when my dad first came and moved in with me, and he was like, oh, you bougie. You got a housekeeper. He was talking all like, what's wrong with you? You got a housekeeper. We ain't had no housekeeper. Ain't nobody, your grandmama didn't have no, he was going on and on and on. And I promise you, about the 3rd or 4th time, he was like, when that lady coming that moves the refrigerator? When's she coming? My bathroom is dirty. When's she coming?
Right. It's important. It's urgent and important, you guys. Yeah, you don't have to be all things to all people. That's what I've learned in this life. You just don't have to be all things to all people. Your husband, your boo is not going to love you anymore for cleaning the toilet. Hello, somebody. Okay. Right. I've always said that I would rather take that time and go on a movie date with my husband. I'd rather take that time and go to the park with the kids. Let somebody else do that part of it. It's interesting because I have a cousin who used to say that cleaning was therapeutic for her. I was like, not for me. Okay. That don't do it for me. Okay. But different strokes for different folks. Different strokes for different folks. I want to give a shout out to Carolyn Muse. I think she's our top fan. When I tell you she has been with us from day one, she's made more shows than I've made because I've missed a couple. Okay. So when we have our guest host, because we will have some guest hosts sometimes, I nominate Carolyn Muse because that chick does not miss. So you guys give Carolyn Muse. If you've been here with us every day every day since we started. Type your name in the chat because we are going to think about having some guest girlfriends host with us sometimes. So thank you, Carolyn, for being with us. Yes.
I
I
want
want
to
to
tell
say
a
that
story about
DJ Bellows,
massage.
Mike McDowell, who helps us out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, he is on. So we want to give Mike McDowell a big shout out. Yes. Helping us behind the scenes.
Mike.
He's listening in.
Yeah.
He's listening in. So
Yeah.
that's good.
You know what? I want to say this. I want to talk about it. We've covered it a little bit, but the power of the self-care and the massage. And so I know that there's so many women that I've talked to that are not comfortable with getting a massage. And so I just want to speak to the medication that you can get from the massage and the feeling that you can get when someone is working your body, because I get a massage almost every week. And I used to get an hour massage until I talked to one of my girlfriends who said, girl, I can't wait to have a 2-hour massage. I said, a 2-hour massage? You get a 2-hour massage? I was like, wow. And so I now get an 1.5-hour massage, and I get one every week. And because I've had situations, you guys, I was walking around in gym shoes for like 3 years because I had a foot operation, and then it affected my back. And so because of the massaging, if you know the therapeutic part, because I've also worked out with a bodybuilder for over 20 years, he then became a masseuse, and he has taught me the medical ramifications of having a physical massage. And because there's so many types of it, I just want to encourage anyone who has never had a massage that it can do so much for you in so many ways, and it can help you both mentally and physically to invest in a massage.
Mm-hmm. Women have so many problems.
Ditto. I mean, really, people are like, well, I'm not taking off all my clothes. I don't know him. I don't know her. I said, it don't matter. Get to know him. Get to know him quick, fast, and hurry. Okay? Get comfortable. You are going to be better for it. You're going to be better for it. You guys, get that body worked over. It makes such a difference.
So, Gloria, let me ask you, with your massages, do you care whether it's a male or a female? It doesn't matter. You just, It
doesn't matter to me if it's a male or a female. And I will tell you, I've had both. Excellent. And I'm a type person, I like a deep tissue massage. I mean, you got to go real deep. I mean, I need your elbow to go all the way into my back, like all the way. And if they think about doing a Swedish massage, I said, no, you need to go to Sweden, because I need a deep tissue massage. I need it really, really deep. And I'm telling you, in fact, I was on a cruise ship once, and this guy gave me a massage, and he said to me, I have never gone that deep on anybody before. And I could take it really deep. So, but man, I've had some great massages from men, great massages from women. Doesn't matter. I've had them all over the world, and it really does. It is my go-to for self-care. Exercise,
Gloria,
water, massage.
Gloria, what about that time we all went in China and it was about 8 or 10 of us?
Oh my God.
Were you with us?
Yes.
Were you with us? Oh my goodness.
When we did, yes. Well, you talking about when
we were crying.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
I thought it was going to feel so good, and it was like horrible. It hurt so bad. You know what? I was thinking about the massage, and normally when I get a massage, I just typically have females that do my massage. And I remember we were in the Bahamas, and it was my birthday, and so they're like, we're going to give you a massage for your birthday. I'm like, okay, great. So we go, and I walk in, and they had my name, and they're like, oh, you know what? We have a male masseuse. And so I was like, oh, you know what? No problem. Went in there. And when I tell you, it was one of the best massages that I had. And so I came out and I said, tomorrow, book another massage. And I want the same guy. So that was what I learned. You know what? Men or women, it doesn't matter. The massage was absolutely amazing. So I definitely know that it's been a while since I had a massage, especially in COVID. And I guess places are now opening up more. I mean, do you feel comfortable in going? Because you said you go every week.
Right.
How is it
the
different?
same person, and he's been with me for a long time, and they really do. I mean, they really do wipe the place all the way down. He has a private place, so that's he has a massage where he also does the workout for both. So that works out really well. But I've gone to Massage Envy which is a franchise. So they really do wipe it down, and you really have to make sure that they're doing the COVID, carefully. I didn't go anywhere for a while when it was crazy.
Yeah.
But once things started opening up, it really did make a difference. I mean, and I just really, sometimes we do chiropractic, but if you have pain, and for me, I carry my stress in my shoulders. And so if a lot of women, he talks about how we're sitting down and that we're on the computer all the time. You guys, you can have someone massage your hands for 30 minutes and it will change the way you feel. You can get a foot massage and it will make all the difference because it increases your circulation. I can go on and on and on about it. I seriously can, but it is self-care and it is worth the money.
I wanted to say, for anyone who's really on a not just a budget, but a scrudget, you can look into the massage schools. There where the massage where students are being trained. And so those massage schools, you can get really good quality massages for like $40 because the students have to accumulate their hours. And so that's another option, especially if you're near a pretty large metropolitan area, for anyone who's like, I just can't fit it in my budget. So I wanted to say, Sabrina, 3 other things that I really do. My natural doctor, I mean, seriously, she has helped me so much with self-care, and sleep is one of the things. And she just showed me all the stats on why I had to go to bed earlier. That 8 hours, it's not just 8 hours of sleep, but the way the circadian rhythm works, we are designed to sleep when the moon is up. Okay, we're supposed to. And so she said, Caterina, if you go to bed past 11 o'clock and you sleep 8 hours. So if I went to bed at midnight and slept till 8, it's not the same quality of sleep as going to bed at 10 or 11. She's like, you have got to be sleeping at midnight. Like if you're consistently always up past that time, you never will get the same quality of sleep. And then lastly, self-care. We're doing it for the first time today in a year. We are going to dinner in Chicago with a couple that has been vaccinated, another pastor and his wife. And I'm honest, I was like, where we going? I'm a little, it's first of all, got dressed on. I got sequins pants I'm wearing and some shoes. So I hope I can get the shoes on. But it's interesting. Who would have ever thought that would be such a big deal? But that is always self-care. Is treating yourself to not cooking and eating.
Yeah, that is.
Right. And you know what, Caterina, so many times we hear, and we've said it, we've all said it, sleep when you dead. I said, you know what, if you don't sleep, you may die sooner than you want to. So sleep is so important. It is. So I'm glad that you said that, because sometimes we think we're so goal oriented and we're constantly, I'll catch up. But what I've learned is you cannot, once sleep is gone, you don't ever catch up on the sleep that you have missed out on. So we got to be careful of that.
Yeah, you guys, I want to issue a 30-day self-love challenge. We're going to post it on our Facebook page and on our website, because you have to be intentional about self-love, self-care. You have to make sure that you are filling your own cup. And some of the things every day for 30 days, you're going to do some of these things. I mean, these are just a few of the things. Buy yourself flowers. Today, that's what I did. I saw the most beautiful flowers, orange and yellows. They just grabbed me. And I said, I'm buying every orange and yellow flower I can find. And I just feel so good every time I walk around the house. It makes me happy. Another thing, go sugar-free for a day. Go sugar-free. Take the scenic route home. So these are just some things that you can check off. Call a long-lost friend. Visit, well, not in COVID, but you can do a virtual bookstore. Tackle a bad habit that you've it's been gnawing at you. Hey, let's deal with it. Give yourself a facial. How about that, ladies? That makes us feel good. Organize a drawer. We talked about that. We just talked about sleep. How about a special nap, an extra nap over the weekend? And so make a vision board. So we're going to post this 30-day self-love challenge. And what we don't want you to do is feel guilty about taking time for yourself and filling your cup. Before we close, who can give tips on how not to feel guilty about self-care? Because it's not selfish. We do understand that. How can we not feel guilty?
You know what? I want
Jesus
to mention
spent
that
some time alone.
I was going to say, I do this
just-
app that's called the Sleep Cycle. And I just want to say that has helped me focus on making myself sleep, because it is true that you have to get sleep, but we think about all the things we have to do. And then we get feeling about the guilt. And then we think about this, and we got to think. So every day I measure how much sleep I have, and at least it gives me a focus on getting better so that I don't get caught up in the guilt and I get caught up in what's healthy for me. I'm sorry, Caterina, you were going to say something?
I was just saying Jesus spent time alone. I mean, self-care doesn't have to mean that you're alone, but I'm just saying, even the Father rested, okay? You must rest. You can't try to outdo what God has given you. He's given us a certain amount of resources, a certain amount of time, a certain amount of energy, and we have got to use it wisely. If you are always running out of time, then you are on some committee that God didn't put you on, and you need to get off, okay? Learn the shortest word, that's the biggest word, which is no.
Right. Big no. I love the fact that you can put signs all over the house that will make you pay attention to your self-care. Honestly, like I put signs up that says drink water. I'll put signs up that says go get on the treadmill. I put signs up that will remind me, because we do get wrapped up in things. And that thing that you talked about, selfishness, it's real. We always think we got something else to do for someone else, and we forget. My father used to say this all the time. He said to me, Gloria, always know, if you don't take care of you, the rest of your family will fall apart. If you don't take care of you, the rest will fall apart. If you're on edge, everybody's on edge. If you're not happy, everybody's unhappy. If you're sick more, everybody's going to be behind. So if you don't take care of you, he used to say that, when I walk out the door, he said, did you look in the mirror? I'm just going across the street. No. Did you look in the mirror? How do you look will dictate how you feel. And so he used to drill that into us all the time. He had 4 girls, and he was on a mission. He was on a mission that we made ourselves a priority. He always made my mother a priority. He always made us make sure she was the priority. So self-care is taught, very much so. Very much so.
That's awesome. And you know what? That's a great segue. I just wanted to remind those of you who live in the Detroit metropolitan area, tomorrow, which is March 27th, from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, you can come to Greater Grace Temple, which is located at 23500 West 7 Mile Road. And you can show yourself some self-love by having a free COVID test, Trust me, it's not only going to show yourself self-love, it is also going to show those around you. So tomorrow from 10 to 12, right at Greater Grace Temple. And on top of that, we have some free winter clothing that you can pick up as well. So we hope to see each and every one of you there. And you're going to stay in your car. So it's not, you drive in your car and they'll do the testing right from your car. Back to you, Sabrina.
Wow, that's awesome. Self-care, you guys, is being educated. Self-care is taking care of your health. We are better together. Oh my goodness, this has been a great segment. It really, really, really has, you guys. We are better together. You're listening to 910 a.m., the Superstation. We wish you a healthy, we wish you a wealthy, we wish you a wise weekend. This is WFDF. Sabrina Goodwin Monday has been your host. Make sure you tune in Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time with Caterina, Sabrina, Crisette, and Gloria. This is 910 a.m., the Superstation, and we'll see you next week. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a great weekend.
Have a great weekend, y'all. We love you. We love you. We love you.
Bye. Awesome. That was good. Yay, that was good. Good job, Sabrina. That was a great Friday topic. Great Friday topic. Great Friday topic. Anybody else out there? Carolyn that hasn't missed a show. Is there anybody out there who hasn't missed a show? So good topic. Sabrina, can you hear me? She can't hear.
Awesome topic. That was an awesome topic. That was awesome.
She can't hear again. Can you hear her? Okay.
I can hear.
Okay. We
There you go, being mess. She can't hear again. I can hear you loud and clear. Okay.
We're gonna share that messy title. We're gonna share that messy title. Messy on Monday, messy on Tuesday, messy on Thursday.
All right. Great job. That was a good job. Good job. Can't wait. Chris, you got Monday.
Yes, ma'am. Hey, were you able to stream it to 910?
We are there. We're there.
Okay, so you guys, since we're still live, I wonder what our girlfriends think. Who's the messy one? Who's the sassy one? Who's the bossy one? Who's the crazy one? Okay, put the names. Who do y'all guess? Who's the messy one? Who's the sassy one? Who's the crazy one? Who's the bossy one? What she say?
Who's the techie one? Or it would be
Right.
And they can have a double title, messy and bossy.
Nobody's guessing. Y'all have to have some courage. You gotta guess.
It's like a minute behind. They gonna guess. They gonna fight. Oh, there we go. Lakeisha said Sabrina is bossy. Drea said Crisette is bossy. Sassy. No, sassy.
She said she's sassy.
No. Oh Lord, they put me as messy. Oh, look at Regina. Carolyn Muse said you believe it.
I said you were messy, Caterina.
They said Gloria's crazy. I don't believe it.
No. Naomi, thank you, Naomi.
Okay, that wasn't true. I saw CHE. That's how he always sound. I'm like, shut up, Caterina ain't the messy one. I know you know that.
Come in. All right.
Y'all, we're so happy you're with us. We'll see you on Monday. We're excited to be with you guys on Monday. You guys do us a favor and tell as many people as you possibly can. You know what it's like when you're doing something outside and you're stepping outside. It really is important for you to share. Find some people who live in Detroit. They might need a free COVID shot and they go to Greater Grace. And that's a gift that you can give to somebody that may not live where you live, but you might know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who's in Detroit. And you might know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who needs some more girlfriends, some more positive energy. Monday through Friday, 6 to 7 p.m. We want to hear from you and see you and hear your ideas. We go back and we listen to this chat and we love you guys.
All right. Bye-bye. We'll see you Monday.
Bye.